Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Ely Cathedral. This is a safety announcement before the graduation begins. In the unlikely event of the fire alarm sounding, please evacuate the building immediately via your nearest exit. You will be directed by one of our cathedral stewards, all of whom are wearing red scapulars and are here to help should you have a query. Please do not stop to collect your belongings. Moreover, we kindly ask that you do not re-enter the building until you have been given permission to do so. We recommend you now take a moment to locate your nearest fire exit. Thank you in advance for your cooperation, and we hope you enjoy this evening.
Post. Forward, arch.
Good evening. Please be seated. Welcome. I'm Jennifer Seguin, Alconbury Middle High School principal. Thank you, students, for sharing your musical talents. Welcome to the Alconbury Middle High School graduation ceremony for school year 2026. I ask for your cooperation in recognizing that this is a solemn ceremony, and as such, I respectfully request that parents, family members, and friends show dignity and restraint during the program. Please turn off your cell phones at this time. And now, I would like to introduce the senior class president, Jacob Stuhler, and the senior class vice president, Noel Steele, to the podium.
I am Jacob Stuhler, the senior class president, and on behalf of the class of 2026, we would like to extend a special welcome to a few of the distinguished guests in attendance today. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. The Worshipful, the Mayor of the City of Ely, Councilor Rebecca Dennis, representing the Commander, 423rd Air Base Group, Lieutenant Colonel Alan Little and his spouse, Chelsea. The IMA to the Commander, Joint Intelligence Operations Center, Europe Analytics Center, Colonel Eric Bernkoff. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Joint Intelligence Operations Center, Europe Analytics Center, Master Chief Petty Officer Nathaniel Warren. The Commander, NATO Intelligence Fusion Center, Colonel Carson Kuhlman. Representing the Commander, Joint Intelligence Command, Africa Command, Chief Master Sergeant Petsikon Chankornson. Superintendent for DOEA Europe West, Dr. Jason Terhorst. Community Superintendent for DOEA Europe West, United Kingdom, Ms. Erin Graysack. The Principal, Alconbury Elementary School, Mr. Scott Finley and his spouse, Erica. Instructional Systems Specialist for ELA grades 6 through 12 for DOEA Europe West, Ms. Scott Abushi and her spouse, Saji. Instructional Systems Specialist for Education Technology, grades pre-K through 12, DOEA Europe West, Mr. Brian Morrissey.
I am Noelle Steele, Senior Class Vice President, and on behalf of the Class of 2026, we would like to express our appreciation for those who have made tonight's ceremony possible. A special thank you also goes to Ms. Emily Mickelson, Senior Class Sponsor, Mr. Stephen Kasner, Alconbury Middle High School Counselor, Mr. Philip Jennings, and the Alconbury Middle High School Choir and Band, Colonel John Pardo and Senior Master Sergeant Sims, and the Alconbury High School Air Force Junior ROTC, Ms. Chelsea Little, our official photographer today, and the faculty and staff of Alconbury Middle High School, especially Ms. Susan Bruneau, who stepped in to assist us today with our graduation ceremony. On behalf of our school, I thank our host nation and the Dean and Chapter of Ely Cathedral for allowing us to celebrate our accomplishments in this amazing historic venue. The Alconbury Middle High School Class of 2026 would like to send an extra special thank you to the Alconbury and Molesworth Spouses Club, whose generous donation made it possible for us to graduate in this magnificent cathedral this evening. Would the representatives of the Spouses Club please stand so that we can all show our appreciation for you for all you have done to make this night possible for us. Graduates, parents, guests, and friends, both here in the cathedral tonight and watching this online. It is an honor to welcome you to the commencement of the Class of 2026, the 44th class to graduate from Alconbury Middle High School.
Good evening. I'm honored to be here and have the opportunity to present Alconbury Middle High School's Class of 2026. Graduates, you recently received your yearbook to take you back through your final year at AMHS. While those pages capture a wonderful chapter, tonight marks the beginning of you moving on to your next adventure. High school is not the end of the journey, it's just a stop along the way. One of the beautiful things about our school is that everyone's trip at AMHS started at different times. Because we live and learn in an overseas military community, some of you arrived years ago, while others joined us just recently. But regardless of when your journey here began, you are all getting off at the exact same stop today, before you go your separate ways. You have learned an immense amount on this trip through high school. Take those memories with you and keep the photos of the fun times and unique experiences of being a DOEA student. As you navigate the journey ahead, remember that turbulence is part of the ride. You need the rough patches to truly appreciate the smooth stretches. Just like you needed the stress of late nights to appreciate the thrill of getting an A on an assignment you finished 5 minutes before it was due. All of that to say, do not let setbacks derail you from your dreams and passions. You may need to adjust your route, but never lose sight of your destination. As you move forward, keep working hard and trying your best. I'm proud to have been a small part of your journey, and I cannot wait to see where you go next. Congratulations again to the Alconbury Middle High School class of 2026. Now it is my honor to announce the recipients of DOEA's Honors Diploma. To earn an honors diploma, a student must have a 3.8 GPA, and they must have taken a minimum of 4 AP courses. Alconbury Middle High School has 6 students who have earned this diploma and today wear a special gold cord. When I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Grant Cumming, Jamie Gonin, Zachary Miller, Kieran Quigley, Elizabeth Schroeder, and Aspen Williams. Next, we would like to honor the 12 students who earned special career technical endorsements in pathways including culinary, JROTC, business, programming and engineering, and video communications. Please stand when your name is called. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Grant Cumming, Kieran Daly, Isabella Free, Jamie Gonin, Christian Navarro Salazar, Harvey Norris, Kieran Quigley, Elizabeth Schroeder, and Jacob Stuhler. The following students have completed 2 of these pathways: Ana Alejandro Diaz, Nicholas Henley, and Gabby Pentoya. We would also like to recognize the following 7 students who earned Fine Arts distinction in either band, chorus, or art. Again, please stand when your name is called. Roscoe Brady, Jamie Gonin, Jacob Haynes, Kylie Henson, Zachary Miller, Elizabeth Schroeder, and Noel Steele. This is the first year DOEA will be honoring students with the seal of biliteracy for students that excelled in English and a world language. We are honored to announce the recipients of this award. Please stand when your name is called. Jacob Haynes, Kylie Hansen, Elizabeth Schroeder, and Noel Steele. Students have been awarded over $500,000 in merit-based local and athletic scholarships, not including GI Bill benefits. Members of this graduating class have expressed interest in pursuing careers as accountants, agricultural entomologists, sports agents, nurses, teachers, intelligence officers, IT professionals, ultrasound technicians, and software engineers, among many other fields. It is now my honor to welcome Lieutenant Colonel Alan Little, representing the commander of the 423rd Air Base Group, to the stage to announce our valedictorian and salutatorian this evening.
Sorry, I was trying to decide if I should get on this thing or not. So, okay. It's my privilege to introduce two exceptional students to you this evening. Alconbury Middle High School's class of 2026, salutatorian and valedictorian. You'll first hear from the individual earning the second highest grade point average over the past 4 years. This year's salutatorian is Miss Jamie Gonin. And then next you'll hear from the valedictorian who earned the highest grade point average in the Alconbury class of 2026, Ms. Elizabeth Schroeder. Just want to say congratulations to both of you. This is a representation really of 4 long years of hard work. So congratulations again. Thank you.
Good evening, faculty, families, friends, and the remarkable graduating class of Alconbury High School. My name is Jamie Gonin, and it is my honor to welcome you all to this year's commencement ceremony. Tonight is something we have all been working toward for years, and now that it's here, I want you to take a moment to look around you at the faces that supported us, challenged us, and believed in us. Think about the classmates with whom you've shared crazed 3 a.m. bus laughs, or the ones you acted out a Shakespeare play with in Miss Sitka's class. Remember those who sat at the bottom of the climbing towers at Senior Synergy, cheering you on, and those who searched for you in Manhunt during lock-in. Shout out to the senior who helped me get in and out of a recycling bin. Even think about those you may not have interacted with much, but who have still been part of your daily life these past 4 years. Look at the teachers and staff who helped you get here by instructing, supporting, and even taking long bus trips on cramped buses so you could participate in clubs and sports. Finally, look at the family and friends who stood behind us through everything. This moment is worth celebrating, not just for what comes next, but for what is happening right now. We are gathered together as a community, as a class, as a family, to honor the journey that shaped us and the people who helped us grow into the young adults we are, ready to take on the world. Alconbury is a place unlike most. It is a place defined by movement, change, and new beginnings. Yet tonight, we get to be still. We get to appreciate the friendships that crossed continents, the teachers who guided us with patience and passion, and the families who supported us through every transition. We get to celebrate who we've become. Many of us have been through several schools in our journey, and some of us even more than one high school, and yet we found ourselves here, now, on the horizon of our futures. No matter where we are going from here, we will always have this memory together in this beautiful building. In a place filled with history, our celebration is now etched in these walls forever. And of course, none of this would have been possible without the people who have supported us along the way. To our friends, thank you for making these years truly unforgettable. To the classmates graduating beside us tonight, thank you for the laughter, encouragement, memories, and support that carried us to this moment. Whether it was laughing through engineering with Noel and Elizabeth, reminiscing on a freshman year with Aspen and Jacob during career prac, or calling Aaron a chud on the way to band, these memories are a part of my journey. We all have moments like this that stay with us, that are a part of our journey. To the friends we leave behind in their high school lives, thank you for being a part of our journey, for being the rocks that got us through tough times. We cannot wait to see how you continue to grow, lead, and write your own story in the years ahead. To every teacher, counselor, coach, administrator, and staff member, thank you. The opportunities we have had are because of you and your dedication to us. Thank you for pushing us to think bigger, work harder, and go further than we thought possible. Whether it was through nurture, guidance, encouragement, or simply being there with a bag of Cheez-Its when we needed it, you all have made a lasting impact on our lives. From the big moments to the small ones, your support and effort were never unnoticed. Finally, to our families, thank you for every time you've had to drop us off at school after we've missed the bus, for every 2 a.m. drop-off for sports trips, for the constant support and belief in us, even when we didn't believe in ourselves. The level of gratitude for you and everything you've done cannot truly be translated into words. You guys are the people who supported us constantly inside and out of school. This moment belongs to you as much as it does to us. Most importantly, I want to acknowledge this class. Class of 2026, we are resilient. We have grown adaptable and truly capable. We've learned how to handle change, support ourselves and others, and move forward when things are not easy. Each of us is leaving here with something different that will uniquely change the world around us. But we share the same foundation fostered by Alconbury's unique environment. As we continue through tonight's ceremony, I hope we take the time to truly appreciate this precious moment. This is our time, a time to recognize our hard work, our resilience, the strength of our class, and the support systems that nourished it. Congratulations, class of 2026. Welcome to a night of celebration, reflection, and gratitude, a moment that belongs to all of us. Welcome to our graduation. Thank you.
Sorry, guys. Jamie, your speech was really good. Okay. Okay. Good evening. I'd like for us all to pause and take all of this in, to fully grasp the weight of this occasion. Please excuse me. Okay. If you, the class of 2026, only take one thing away from this speech, let it be to stop and take in this moment. Sorry. We seniors have spent months thinking about tonight, what to expect, what to wear, what to say. We've been asked countless times if we are ready to graduate, and the answer has almost always been different, depending on when they asked and how we felt. Today, we rehearsed where to walk, where to sit, and when to stand, all in preparation for this moment. Please accept my invitation to actually think for a moment about how you feel right now, taking the fact that we are finally here. Today marks the 6th high school graduation ceremony I have attended here at Ely Cathedral. I attended as a member of the school choir for the majority of them, and my first one was in 7th grade. As I sat in that transept 6 years ago, I loved hearing the organ play Pomp and Circumstance as the great sound reverberated off the stone walls. Each following year, my anticipation grew as I wondered what it would be like to walk down the aisle and hear the sound play for me. And here we are now. Graduation is no longer some faraway moment that would never come soon enough. Today is the day we all have been waiting for. To be honest, I was really stressed about this speech, and I'll admit that writing it was a little bit of a challenge. I may be here now because of my GPA, but this speech is not for me. It is for us, the class of 2026. I spent hours trying to find the perfect subject and structure that would fulfill my job. I asked myself some questions. What does it mean to be valedictorian? But more importantly, I asked, what does today mean for all of us? As it turns out, the word valedictorian comes from the Latin phrase valedicere, meaning to say goodbye. But the word commencement has Old French roots, meaning to begin. So, my task for today is to say both goodbye and hello. But this task of saying goodbye and hello is more than just mine. It belongs to all of us up here. 6 years ago, as I imagined myself as a senior, one thing I could not foresee was how bittersweet this moment actually is. Each one of us probably feels some combination of conflicting emotions. Maybe we are nervous and excited, or maybe sad and elated. Some of us are ready to leave, but not ready to say goodbye. Graduation asks us to hold gratitude for what we are leaving behind and hope for what's ahead, and that makes it so much harder to face. Sorry, please excuse me. I would like to share a family story now. It's not mine, but I think it carries a valuable answer to the question of why graduation is this bittersweet moment. A while back, my dad shared with me his high school graduation experience. At the end of the day, nothing felt different. He went home to the same house, saw the same trees, and watched the same cars drive by. Graduation is supposed to be this big change, isn't it? For us, there's finally no more short 40-minute lunch periods, no more listening to the cheesy joke of the day on the morning announcements, and no more crowded 18-hour bus rides down to the continent for sports trips. More importantly, today, we celebrate the completion of our high school journey. Today is the big day we have been waiting for with increasing anticipation each year. But when we go home tonight, we will be with our same families, we will go to sleep in our same beds. For some of us, nothing will feel different, but for others, everything will be. Maybe this is because a new chapter may not always begin with a new feeling. Instead, we realize that change is not something that happens all at once. It happens gradually, one day at a time. Every new day is just a little different from the last, but maybe this is how it should be. How can we grow and learn as people without new challenges and obstacles to face? And even though today does not change everything at once, it gives us a chance to recognize everything that helped bring us here. So now we look back on our time at Alconbury High School and remember the ones who lovingly supported us. But every meaningful goodbye contains a thank you, and we do our best to say both these things. So goodbye to our friends. You were the reason we looked forward to coming to school each day, and we loved sharing inside jokes with you and seeing you smile. We will always keep our memories of you with us wherever we go. Thank you for always being the ones we could share a genuine laugh with. Goodbye to our teachers. Your enthusiasm helped shape our interests, our goals, and ultimately the paths we choose. Thank you for your patience, your encouragement, and for believing in us even when we doubted ourselves. Today, we also begin to leave behind a stage of life we have always known. For as long as we can remember, someone else has been helping us plan what comes next. Parents have driven us to practices, helped us through difficult decisions, and been there through every success and setback. Moving forward on our own is exciting, but it also means letting go of a certainty we've always known. Thank you for having been our shoulders to cry on and the ones who understand us the most. Thank you for being with us through all our highs and lows. Thank you for raising us to be the young men and women you see today. We are so proud to be your children. Our community has taught us valuable lessons that will stay with us long after today. While we may have learned these from different people or at different times and places, we recall them and how they will continue to ring true throughout our lives. We have learned the importance of living and working alongside people with different perspectives. I believe that our unusually tiny class gave us the chance to interact with people we might not have if we were in a stateside school. Here, where everyone knew almost everything about everyone else, that was sometimes really annoying. This even led to some rough interactions. I think most notably was during freshman year biology class when Christian was tackled by Nick while playing a game of earthball. It was not a serious transgression, and I believe they've made up since then. But it made a lasting memory we can recall with humor. I think it also drives my point home. In a bigger school, a disagreement like that might have been enough to keep two people apart. Here, it wasn't. And for other disagreements not nearly as extreme as this one was, we kept seeing each other every day and learned how to move forward together. We can choose to see our personal frustrations with each other or to work together despite differences. We have learned the importance of trying things outside of our comfort zone. Here at Alconbury, where the population is so small, we have had chances to challenge ourselves through new sports, new instruments, new clubs, and new classes. Each new opportunity has given us the chance to push ourselves farther than we expected. And from these opportunities, we have consequently learned the importance of hard work and persistence. Being able to stick with something when we earn the win and exceed expectations is easy, but sticking with them when they become difficult or when we have just fallen short is the measure of true determination and discipline. As we say goodbye to life as a high schooler, we now understand why the moment is so bittersweet. We are leaving behind the life where we knew what each day had to offer, and we start to say hello to the unknown. But really, today is about more than just the journey to be here now. The experiences and lessons that brought us here are only the beginning of what we will need for the path ahead. We can expect to face happiness and achievement, just as we can expect to face hardship, loss, failure. And when we do face these things, we will meet them with the same resilience and determination that brought us here today. Life itself is a continual process of saying goodbye and hello. And as we leave this chapter behind, we take with us the memories, lessons, and people who have helped shape us along the way. The future may be uncertain, but because of them, we can face it with confidence. Tonight we say goodbye. Tomorrow we begin. And we know we are ready for both. Thank you.
Please welcome the members of the Alconbury Middle High School Choir for a performance of The Call, directed by Mr. Philip Jennings.
It started out as a feeling, which then grew into a hope, which then turned into a quiet thought, which then turned into a quiet word.
And that word grew louder and louder, till it was a battle cry. I'll come back when you call me. No need to say goodbye. Just because everything's changing doesn't mean it's never been this way before. All you can do is try to know who your friends are as you head off to the war. Pick a star on the dark horizon and find the light. You'll come back when it's over. No need to say goodbye. You'll come back when it's over. No need to say goodbye. Now we're back to the beginning. It's just a feeling, and no one knows you.
But just because they can't feel it too doesn't mean that you have to forget.
Let your memories grow stronger and strong till they're before your eyes. You'll come back when it's over. No need to say goodbye. You'll come back
Thank you, Mr. Jennings and the Alconbury Middle High School Choir. It is my honor to introduce our commencement speaker for this evening, Mr. Duke Henry Ite. Was born and raised in Natchez, Mississippi. He earned a finance degree from Ole Miss in 1989 and a master's of social studies education in 2001. He has been a teacher for 29 years, the first 6 years in Mississippi and the last 23 in Dowia. Coach Ite started his Dowia career at London Central High School in 2003, where he taught social studies and coached football and softball. He moved to Alconbury Middle High School in 2007 and has taught a wide variety of social studies and business classes, served as athletic director, as well as coached football, basketball, softball, track, and golf. Mr. Wright has 4 children, ranging in age from 13 to 24. It is my honor to introduce you our much beloved teacher and coach, Coach Duke Ite.
I'm not trying to get them going again, but I've been doing this for 29 years, and Jamie and Elizabeth, I cannot remember 2 more beautiful speeches. Thank you very much. And I promise I'll be quick. That's all I can tell you. Thank you, Jacob, for the introduction. Distinguished guests, faculty and staff, parents, and family of the graduates, and to the class of 2026 at Alconbury Middle High School, I'm honored for being given the privilege of speaking to you this evening. Thank you. I'd like to begin with confessing openly that since being asked to give this year's speech, I've struggled for a theme. As such, and trying to set a good example by not giving in to Copilot or Chat GPT, I reached out for the most reliable sources I could think of, who would know these graduates the best, to help me assist me in highlighting their best qualities. You see, several weeks ago, I wrote the families and teachers of our esteemed graduates, wanting to know that one special thing that they would like to share about their son, daughter, or student. Something I could include in my speech. Something, if they didn't say it, no one ever would know how special a kid they really are. Emails went out to 20 families and 26 teachers. So to the 3 parents and 2 teachers who replied to my email, thank you. Don't look at me, they're the ones who didn't reply. Despondent but not undeterred, I found another opportunity for a theme and a phrase apparently I used so often it became a cheer during basketball season. For whenever the bell rings ending class, I gently reminded them by saying, "Gang, get out of here." Now, there were positives to this theme. It would make for a quick speech, but then it would also rob me of one of the duties of a graduation speaker, which is to say good things about the graduates. Unfortunately for them, the rare email responses had already proven the fact that neither your parents nor your teachers were willing to go that far. 0 for 2. Then came inspiration in the form of a gift from one of my assistant softball coaches during our award celebration last week. It's an empty notebook entitled "Things I Want to Say to My Players, But I Can't." Of course, many phrases came to mind until I realized that indeed I had said many of those things already, generating parent complaint letters, warnings from umpires all over Europe, and even a trip or 2 into the principal's office, who, thank goodness, happens to be my assistant coach, which has proven to be quite helpful. Anyway, I'm now 0 for 3 for speech themes. But the title of things I want to say but can't got me thinking about what I don't say. Not what I shouldn't say, mind you, but what I should. Good things, affirming and validating the best qualities of my players and students for sure, but also my colleagues and even my family. Why don't I say those things? Okay, I'm getting a little closer now. During our European softball tournament a couple of weeks ago, one of my players reminded me of the reason why I'm so blessed to teach, coach, and share classrooms with military and military-affiliated students. Our kids give us opportunities to learn from them every day if we're only willing to listen with open ears and sometimes an open heart. In my first year working overseas, I taught a U.S. government class where my assignment for the students was to fill out a voter registration form for their home state. When half of the class became confused on what I meant by their home state, a brazen senior named Greg Runner informed me he was on his 14th school, and he had no clue where to call home. I was dumbfounded. Being the product of 13 years in the same Catholic school, most of my graduating class of 37 I had known from the time we were in kindergarten. Greg taught me a very valuable lesson that day, one that's helped me more times than I can remember, about the ethos of being in a military family and attending a military school. One that families here know all too well. That home is not necessarily made up of a city, a state, or zip code. Home is where you are. Having taught them, coached them, chaperoned them on field trips, bandaged them when bloodied, praised them when they've done well, and admonished them, yes, even yelled at them when they didn't. Every one of the dragons you see behind me, knowingly or not, have had an impact on me. The fact is, just like Greg, they've taught me, or at least reminded me of some of life's lessons I should have wrote by now, but I don't. So in that spirit, and using a bit of license from the author of this journal, I'd like to reword the title for the next few minutes, from things I want to say to my players, but I can't, to things I want to say to my students, and so I will. Behind me sit some voracious readers, creative writers, critical thinkers, and artful debaters. They are natural softball hitters, high jumpers, lead blockers, free throw shooters, and champion wrestlers. They are also instigators, provokers, procrastinators, class pranksters, reluctant learners, and at times, overall, royal pains in the... I'm in a house of worship, I'll reserve the last word. And make no mistake, they are well aware in which of those categories they best fit. However, they are also kind, dedicated, lighthearted, loyal, humble, optimistic, thoughtful, and sincere. They have all taught or reminded me of some lessons we all hold valuable. So let me tell you what I've learned from them. Elizabeth and Roscoe, you reminded me the power of simply being kind. Roscoe's smile and gentle nature always put me at ease because it's truly genuine. Having both coached and taught Elizabeth, she always had a unique way of voicing her opinion in class without it ever seeming offensive. Elizabeth and Roscoe, don't lose that gift of kindness, and thank you for sharing it with me all these years. Noel, Grant, and Jacob Stuhler, you've inspired me in the serious way you approach your passions. It's a running joke between Noel and I in our seminar class, as she is the first to show me her past going to the music room. Shout out, Mr. Jennings. There's never another teacher she needs to see, and I know that dedication will make you a great teacher someday. Grant's natural curiosity born from his love of reading. I was told he read 1 million words from books in the 3rd grade. That was evident the first day I had him in class. When Grant locks into a topic, the conversation becomes fun, and I'm going to miss those conversations. Jacob Stuhler has consistently modeled commitment and discipline to wrestling since I've known him. Being the Dowia Wrestler of the Year does not come without those qualities. He has his less serious side, and I've seen that as well. But that single-minded focus is inspiring, even to old coaches. Noel, Grant, Jacob, thank you. Anna and Kylie, while I've had them both in class multiple times, as it is still somewhat fresh, I cannot think of them any other way than as my softball players. Anna and Kylie are both generally shy and quiet, but can become quite the extroverts, many times when you least expect it. Most often, for whatever reason, when I would be giving one of my legendary pep talks before games or after practices, Anna and Kylie would begin to giggle, and then it turned into uncontrollable laughter, and before I could ask why, others began to join in. Realizing that it was me and it was my timing that was way off, and it being futile to redirect the mood, I learned that sometimes it's okay not to take yourself so seriously. So Anna and Kylie, thank you. Jacob Haynes, Aspen, and Gabby. Jacob and Aspen, inseparable, besties to the end. I rarely see one without the other. A strong streak of commitment runs through the both of them. Jacob, encouraged by his friend, no doubt, once sang his opening statement during a debate in U.S. history. And Aspen, as a softball player, well, she was fearless, both at the plate and in the field, both loyal to their teams and to each other. Gabby is the most loyal of friends, trying out for softball last year, I think, because her friend Kylie wanted her to. And while it might not have been her thing, only a true friend would take on that commitment. Aspen, Jacob, and Gabby, you remind me of the power of my own friendships and how they've seen me through good and bad times. And I have no doubt they will for you as well. Thank you. Isabella and Aaron, both incredibly talented kids, and I've been blessed to see it firsthand. But they would never let you know it because they are so humble. Isabella doesn't often speak in class, but her artwork is truly amazing, many times supplementing her Cornell notes with captions that look like they came from a history textbook. With musical and academic talents, Aaron was a joy in government class, especially the quiet way his responses connected the dots, something I still struggle with as a government employee. Bella and Aaron, your humility inspires me, and I want you to know that. Thank you. Carrie and Daly and Josiah. Both of these young men have a dream of playing football at the next level. Without full scholarships, they also know the odds of high schoolers playing varsity ball are about 9%. 3% if we're talking about Division I. With these numbers, it would be silly, or seem silly, to even dare such a tall task. But I'm reminded of a player not too long ago who was probably told the same thing. So he took his dream to a D2 school, won a D2 national championship some years later, and is generally regarded as the best quarterback in college football today. And of course he plays for the Ole Miss Rebels. It's always good to see someone chase their dreams, as you never know where it might lead. And if nothing else, you won't face the regret of having to question, what if? Thank you, Carrie and Josiah. Harvey and Kieran Quigley, both academic, honorable, and quiet. When asking a question to either, one needs to be prepared for a pause. Sometimes, a prolonged pause. Not because they don't have the answer, but the one they wish to give you will be meaningful. It will most always be what they meant to say. I continue to struggle with this skill, and both you gentlemen remind me of the importance of in the moment saying what you want to say exactly the way you want to say it. Harvey, Q, thank you. Jamie and Nick. Both Jamie and Nick have a gift they themselves may not even realize, but I know others, not just me, realize it just the same. It's the power of a smile and the genuine care in how they ask how you are. It may not sound like much, but if I happen to be having a bad day, that little act of saying hello and asking how my day was going snapped me out of whatever meaningless life event had me down and pulled me back to the reality of being there for others, which of course made me happier because of it. That gift of a smile, genuine care, and wish for a good day will take you further than you think. It certainly has helped me many times, and I'm grateful. Thank you, Jamie and Nick. Julian and Christian. Both Julian and Christian have inner compasses being true to their beliefs, and I've been fortunate enough to witness that many times in both our government and street law classes. While Julian has no qualms about expressing his opinion, Christian may be reluctant to show his intelligence, even though it is a common conversation among our faculty how bright he really is. Julian and Christian, your dedication to your beliefs, whether expressed outwardly or reserved, have made sharing the classroom with you enjoyable for me, and I'm grateful to you both for it. I was told when I was much younger by a buddy of mine's older sister that I was a good friend. Now, I don't know how true this was at the time, but ever since, I've purposely tried to be a good friend, whether it was because she told me I was good at it, I don't know. Now, you all have been armed with the same kind of knowledge from me and some of your parents and teachers about the gifts that you have. Maybe you've been told these things before, and maybe you haven't. But now that you've been given this insight, I hope you carry it with you and try to keep it true. We've got files galore with your grade point average, your SAT and ACT and AP scores, and that's helped you get into college for sure. Your coaches have plenty of stats on your number of touchdowns, kills, and your free throw average, which could land you a scholarship, or at least land you some bragging rights when you talk about, or as Bruce Springsteen sang about, the glory days. But as you make your way in this world, I can promise you that the personal virtues and character traits you all possess, your kindness, your dedication, your lightheartedness, your loyalty, your humility, your optimism, your thoughtfulness, and your sincerity will take you further than you could ever dream, because they're already in you. And from this teacher's perspective, they always have been. I end here by telling you that kid that inspired me to finish this talk simply reminded me that when someone opens up to you and tells you how they feel, you honor that responsibility by telling them the same. My students and players will tell you that Coach Ike doesn't take himself too seriously, and they are 100% correct. But I do take what I do very seriously. And moving forward, I'm going to work on that lesson that I've learned by saying those things I should say, remembering that many times in education, as in life, the most meaningful of lessons come not from the teacher, but from our kids. And to the graduating class of 2026, gang, get out of here. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Hyatt, for your wonderful speech. And now, Ms. Seguin will return to the podium to present the class of 2026.
Thank you, Coach Ite, for your words tonight. You have been an important part of these seniors' lives and hold a special place in their hearts. It means a great deal to all of these seniors for you to be a part of tonight's ceremony. Thank you. Now we've come to the most important part of this evening. Class of 2026, please rise. As the principal of Alconbury High School, I testify that the transcripts of all these students have been reviewed, and I certify that these seniors have met the graduation requirements of the Department of War Education activity. Therefore, on behalf of the Director of the Department of War Education activity, Mr. Paul Kraft, the Director of Student of Excellence for DOWIA Europe, Dr. Michelle Howard-Berhaney, and our DOWIA Europe West District Leadership, Dr. Jason Terhorst and Ms. Erin Grezik, and the Alconbury Middle High School faculty, staff, and administration, I am honored to announce that you, the class of 2026, are now graduates of Alconbury High School. Dr. Terhorst and Ms. Grazak, would you please join me on stage with the graduates? Our assistant principal, Dr. Takesha Vaughn, will read the names of each graduate.
Elizabeth Karen Schroeder.
Just a moment. The graduates did 40 words, and so that's why we're waiting.
Mom and Dad for your endless love and support, and Benjamin and Mary for all the laughs we share together. I will love you all forever.
Jamie Deborah Diane Gonin. Jacob Lee Stuhler. Noelle Marie Steele. Ana Sofia Alejandro Diaz. Kylie Summer Henson. Kieran David Daly. Jacob Ganhe Haynes. Aspen Noel Arnold Williams. Isabella Margaret Free. Grant Hudson Cumming. Harvey Edward Norris. Zachary Aaron Miller. Gabriela Patricia Pantoja. Josiah Linnell Garner. Kieran Rowe Quigley. Roscoe Anthony Brady. Julian Alexander Arias. Christian Chong Navarro Salazar. And Nicholas Luke Henley.
We have just one more task. Senior Class President, Mr. Jacob Stuhler, please come forward and lead the graduates in turning their tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, the Alconbury Middle High School class of 2026. This concludes our commencement ceremonies for 2026. Thank you all for joining us in person and virtually. We ask that distinguished guests, parents, and others in attendance follow the graduates out through the main entrance of the cathedral for the cap toss on the green, just outside and across the street from the main entrance to the cathedral.